Hey guys, so today's tutorial I am going to show you how to do ribbing. This is a pretty common style in knitting. You'll see it a lot on your sweater cuffs, bottoms of the sweaters, possibly the trim around the hat. And basically what it is it works in it goes like a knit, purl type of pattern. The one that I am working on for this is currently a 2x2 ribbing. As you can tell, the knit stitches here, they kind of pop out where your purl stitches are kind of hidden. When you are just beginning in knitting, this is a great way to get some really good practice because you're constantly switching between your stitches. Now with this particular project I'm working on, I am working on in the round. Trying to get you a good view here. You can see that. Right there's my stitch marker for the beginning of my rounds so that I don't get lost. But this pattern calls for 2x2, so it is a knit 2, then a purl 2. Now there's 200 stitches for this pattern. And an easy way to tell, instead of going back and counting whether or not you're on a knit or a purl, you can just look at your stitches. Your knit stitches are going to be kind of popping out, and they create the V-like look. And your purl stitches are going to be hidden, and they're going to have the horizontal type lines. So let's go ahead. I'll get set up here and show you how to do that. All right, and right now I can see that I need to knit 2. So it's just, oops. Make sure when you're also knitting that your yarn is behind your needles there. So you're going to pop in, yarn over, pop out, and slide off. Again, pop in, yarn over, pop out, and slide off. Now my next 2 are purl stitches, so I need to bring my working yarn around to the front. And it's the same process. You pop in. Now purl, you go in through the back of your stitch, where knitting you go in through the front. So it's pop in, yarn over. Oops, I think I got caught. No, I didn't. All right, pop out, slide off. Pop in, yarn over, pop out, and slide off. Now to go back to knit, I need to bring my yarn back to the back side. So I'll show you that a couple more times. So it's a, whoops, knit 2, yarn forward, and purl 2. Again, if you're just beginning on knitting, this is a fantastic way to get used to your knits and your purls. I'm going to slide my stitches up here, and I'm actually going to show you the continental way. All right, so let's see, where am I at? I am on my knits, and it's just the same process. You're going to put your yarn through, or your needle through your stitch, yarn over, slide that back off. It's a little tricky because I'm working with 2 strands of yarn for this particular pattern. All right, so now I'm on my purls. I need to bring that yarn forward. Oops. And just purl. That's all there is to it. It's pretty easy. Again, ribbing you tend to see a lot in patterns. It just kind of gives it a nice touch around the edges of your patterns or projects, depending on what you're working on. Like I said, you work a lot of ribbing you'll see in your sweaters, down at the bottoms, around the cuffs, especially around hats. So it just kind of gives your work like a nice clean edge. Now here's a little tip I'm going to share with you. When you're working in the round, sometimes it can be quite tricky to tell which is the right side and which is the wrong side. The right side, your working yarn, is going to be on the right hand side. So that's how you can tell if you're working the right side or not. Because when you're working in the round, you're not flipping back and forth as if you were working on straight needles. So that's a little tip trick for you. So I hope that was hope this was a nice, easy tutorial for you guys. If you have any questions, comments, or something particular that you would like to see, feel free to email me at handstitchtreasures@gmail.com, and I will do my best to get back with you as soon as possible. And that's all I got for you today. And so I guess until next time, get stitch crazy, guys.